Kayak jalan gitu. Deg-degan.
Come and see the mysteries of the universe revealed before your very eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, now that I have your attention, have you ever wondered what you are made of? Have you ever wondered where everything came from? Did you know that we are all made from the dust of stars? Let me show you how you are connected to the history of our universe and invite you all on a journey through space and time. To the Time Tent. All aboard! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to find where everything came from. We are going to go back in time, back to before the Earth was formed, before the stars first shone, back to the very beginning of time. Hold on tight!
Kalau pusing tutup mata ya. Kalau pusing tutup mata ya. Oke.
We have gone back in time 13.8 billion years to the beginning of our universe. In the very first moment of time, the universe is almost impossibly hot and crammed full of energy in one super hot single point. Suddenly, the universe expanded. We call this moment the Big Bang. Within a millionth of a second, the universe is transformed into a dense soup of subatomic particles.
Di universe kakak.
The expanding universe is now 3 minutes old, and energy is condensing, forming the building blocks of our modern universe. Electrons, neutrons, and protons. Opposite charges balance each other perfectly, and they become the most important couple in the history of the universe. The first atom. Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Electrons are also caught by pairs of protons and neutrons, completing the second most simple atom, helium. The universe is now 500 million years old, and the hot energy soup has calmed down to a cold, dark cloud. A fine haze of atoms, mostly hydrogen, fills the universe. No galaxies, no stars, and no planets. Just atoms floating in space. And our story would end there, but for the invisible, inescapable effects of gravity.
What's a gravity?
Gravity is an invisible force that pulls in every direction from anything that has mass. Atoms are really, really small, but each one has a tiny amount of mass. So every atom's gravity is gently, almost imperceptibly pulling on every other atom in the universe. Slowly but surely, throughout the universe, gravity begins to shape the clouds of hydrogen. Proto-galaxies. shape, bright spots appear deep inside. These new lights signal the birth of the first supermassive stars. Release energy. As the energy escapes from its surface, the star begins to shine.
Tuh, kakak. Ada bintang. Cantik ya.
These first stars were huge, much bigger than modern stars like the sun. This one is so big, it could swallow our entire solar system.
Bintang di solar system.
If you could cut the star in half, you'd see outer layers of hot hydrogen plasma churning around a glowing core. The core is where almost all the nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion doesn't just make the star shine. Something new is being created deep inside. And gentlemen, for your entertainment, may I present a dramatic demonstration representing the wonders and secrets of nuclear fusion. Imagine we're in the core of the star. These balls represent the lone protons from hydrogen nuclei, and we are going to show you how they fuse together to form a new element called helium. The process starts with the protons. They're all trying to get away from each other because their positive charge forces them apart. However, sometimes a proton will lose its charge and transform into a neutron. Neutrons have no charge, so the heat and pressure forces them to join the closest proton. Supernovas complete the last stage in the element building process. Within these giant explosions, heavier, rarer elements are formed. Zinc, platinum, and gold. Over billions of years, the debris of exploded stars slowly collects together into giant clouds, still mostly hydrogen, but now peppered with a mix of heavier atoms. We call these giant. These are some molecules found in a nebula.
Ooh, molecules.
A molecule is a group of atoms linked up together like they're holding hands. You have this molecule in your body, and it's found in this nebula. It's water. A water molecule is made by one oxygen atom linking with two hydrogen atoms. You might recognize its chemical name, H2O. Another common molecule in a nebula is carbon dioxide, CO2, made with one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. Your body produces carbon dioxide, and you breathe it out. You all make this molecule too, except you don't breathe it out. Any ideas what it's called? Anyone? Disk of gases, molecules, metals, and dust is our solar system. And at its center is a very young sun. Within these churning clouds, gravity is pulling these molecules into great spinning masses that will become planets.
Kenapa ditutup mukanya? Ih, kenapa?
are deposited, forming towers. As the molecular mixture passes through the mineral-rich chambers, they start to form the molecules we call the building blocks of life. Perhaps it was inside a vent like this, following hundreds of millions of years of chance interactions, that molecules formed the first life in the shape of reptiles, which
Ada
became
reptile.
the dinosaurs. And for over 100 million years, dinosaurs dominated the Earth, the masters of molecules. Until
Terus habis itu ada meteor. Terus punah
a
deh.
giant impact changed the environment.